Okay, now we're on to objective 2, and that's to divide decimals. So we multiplied them, now we got to divide them. I got 3 examples here, okay? Now notice all the examples, the number we're dividing by is a whole number, okay? There's no decimals here that we're dividing by. So we're going to divide these like regular. So the first number goes underneath the division sign, and the second number goes outside. Well, 8 doesn't go into 0, it goes in 0 times anyway. Then I'm going to bring my decimal up. Okay, so 8 doesn't go into 0, 8 doesn't go into 4. But 8 does go into 48 6 times. And 8 times 6 is 48. So I got 0.06 for my answer. Okay, let's try the second one. This one's 4.8 divided by 5. Well, 5 goes into 4 0 times. Put my decimal point there. 5 goes into 48 9 times. And 9 times 5 is 45. And I subtract, and I get 3. I've got to add a 0 and keep on going here. And 5 goes into 36 times. So 0.96. And the last one, 4.8 divided by 10 squared. Well, first thing is, to rewrite this, 4.8 divided by, order of operations says I got to do those exponents. 10 squared is 100. So I'm taking 4.8 and dividing it by 100. Well, 100 doesn't go into 4. And it doesn't go into 48. So now I got to add a 0. And 100 goes into 480 4 times. And I'm going to multiply, and I get 400. And subtract this. And bring down a 0 for my next decimal place. And 100 goes into 800 8 times. So my answer to this one is 0.048. Alright, now let's go on to some more difficult dividing with decimal answers, or examples. Okay, so let's keep going with dividing decimals. So example 4, we've got the second number has a decimal point in it now. So this follows a little different steps. So first thing we should do, of course, is rewrite the problem. I got 3.6 divided by 0.6. Okay, step 1 says to move the decimal point of the outside number to make it a whole number. Okay, so I got 0.6. I need to move it one space to the right so that it makes it 6. Okay, and I'm actually going to rewrite this down a little more. And I'm going to go ahead and completely rewrite the problem. Okay, so I'm moving this one place to the right to make it 6. That means I have to move, and then step 2 says you have to move the decimal point of the inside number the same number of places you did in step 1. Well, here I moved it one spot, okay, to make this go right behind the 6 to make it the whole number 6. So now I've got to move this one spot over here. That's going to make that 36. Okay? So 3.6 divided by 0.6 is the same as 36 divided by 6. So I only have to move the decimal place one time. And now I'm going to just divide this. 36 divided by 6 is 6. So my answer is 6. Okay, let's try part B. I'm going to start this one down here a little ways just because I have room. So it's 3 divided by 0.06. Oh, sorry, and then I forgot my last step. Step 3 here was to divide. Okay, we already did that. So, step 3 is divide. So I'm doing 3 divided by 0.06. So move the decimal point of the outside number and make it a whole number. So again, I'm going to take this, I need to move it twice so I can make this 6. So the outside number is 6 again. Then I need to move the decimal point of the inside number. Well, inside there's no decimal point, but I could put it right after the 3. Okay, I have to move it the same number of places as step 1. In step 1, I moved it once, twice. So I need to move this one once, twice. Okay? Well, notice those two little loops there, I had to fill in zeros. Okay? So this becomes 300. So I filled in this loop and that loop with a 0. So this problem is the same as 300 divided by 6. Okay? Well, 6 doesn't go into 3, but it does go into 35 times. I multiply. And 6 goes into 0 times. So my answer is 50. Alright, got one more example. Alright, Chloe drove her car 236.4 miles on 9.6 gallons of gas. Find the number of miles per gallon she averaged to the nearest mile per gallon. Okay, well, this is a problem where we're going to take 236.4 and divide it by 9.6. So again, I got a decimal outside here, so I'm going to have to move it one place to the right to make this 96. Which means I have to move this one place to the right and make it 2,364. Okay, and now we're going to divide. Well, 96 doesn't go into 2, it doesn't go into 23, but it does go into 236, and it's going to go in there twice. Okay, then 96 times 2, it's 192. Now I subtract. 6 minus 2 is 4. I have to borrow here, and I'm going to get a 4. Then bring this one down. And 96 goes into 444. We have to figure out how many times that's going to go in there. And it's going to go in there about 4 times. Now 96 times 4. 24. Okay, 2, 36, and that's 38. So 384. I subtract 60. Now I got to keep going. So 96 goes into 600. That's going to go in there about 6 times. And 96 times 6 is 36. Carry the 3, that's 576. I subtract. That's 24. Now I could keep going. However, read what the problem says. It says to the nearest mile per gallon. Okay? That means to the nearest whole number. So I've got to take this and round it to the nearest whole number. So I've got 24.6. I've got to round it. So the 6 tells me to round that 4 up to 5. So it's going to be about 25 miles per gallon. So our car gets about 25 miles to the gallon. Alright, you got any questions, ask. Otherwise, good luck on your homework.